Dear Bethesda, you don't know me, but the one thing you should know about me is that my favorite games have been made by Bethesda. I have sunk thousands of hours into the Elder Scrolls, into Fallout. I've cried watching trailers for Elder Scrolls games, and my favorite game of all time is Oblivion. If you know nothing else about me, you should know that I'm a huge Bethesda fan. And that really sucks because they're done for. When Starfield was announced, I was kind of like, huh? I mean, I was like a little bit excited when that first teaser came out, but I wasn't exactly sure what I was excited about. You know, like space, like that seems cool, I guess. I wasn't really hyped for the game until that first teaser trailer we got like 3 years ago. That's when it hit me that this was going to be it's a Bethesda game. But in space. I wasn't really on the hype train, I guess. I had kind of learned from that mistake many times in the past, so I didn't do any deep dives on anything like gameplay or any of that kind of stuff. I just kind of held on to my hype until about the week it was supposed to launch. I actually remember the day it came out. I was at work, and I nonstop talked about it all 8 hours of my shift to my coworkers. I was very excited. I was so excited that I almost got into a car accident trying to leave the parking lot that day. So I'm playing it. Fast forward to about 40 hours into the game, just 4 days after it was released. I distinctly remember always getting this really bad feeling when I was looking at my quest log. It almost felt like nothing I was doing in the game was actually making an impact. Like I wasn't accomplishing anything. Like I would complete a faction quest line and just feel empty. It was like I was grocery shopping. It felt like I just checked off cheese and now I have to go to the chip aisle. Completing quests felt like a grocery list, dude. Or I would spend hours on a planet going to different dungeons and landmarks, and then I started noticing that they were pretty much copy and paste, and not only that, but it also seemed like they were all the same distance apart. I don't know why that matters so much in my head, but I distinctly remember how weird it was that they all felt the same distance from each other. It was just lazy. It felt lazy. It seemed like the moment I realized that quests had no depth and all the planetary activities were just copy and paste, I started to kind of freak out from noticing everything wrong with the game. So around the 50-hour mark, I'd say it kind of just like clicked, where I was like, what am I doing? And, I mean, you know, at this point, I had probably been to over half the planets, maybe less. I would land, look around for like 5 minutes, and then go to the next one. You know, rinse and repeat. I started feeling extremely bored. Like, the quests felt like chores. And it wasn't just a boredom of like, oh, I have been playing for so long and like, oh my God. No, it was just like, it was a deeper kind of boredom that I have been just bottling up since like the 10th or 15th hour of playing this game. Even the NPCs felt like an illusion just to make me feel like everything was more alive. I finally beat the game after like 100 hours, and I kind of just had a moment where I stared at my screen and I realized that the game just starts over like with a little bit more dialogue and like a cool spaceship. Like, ooh. So after I beat it, I stopped playing, and after about a week, I uninstalled it to make room for another game. And I have not thought about playing it again. The months following, I'll admit, I kind of went on like a Twitter rampage bashing the game for how soulless and lazy it felt. And for about a year since then, I haven't really thought about Starfield until Shattered Space came out. And I'll be honest with you, I forgot that was even a thing until like a week ago. And for the record, I have not played Shattered Space, nor will I. I have watched enough gameplay to know that it sucks. In total, I've probably watched about 2 or 3 hours of gameplay, which apparently is half of the time it takes you to play through the main DLC quest. And if you're going to comment, well, how do you know it's not good if you haven't played it? Well, that's because I have eyes. Okay? Watching 2 minutes of Starfield gameplay on Twitter was more than enough evidence to just tell me that it's Starfield with a spooky filter. It put me to sleep. It was like reading a book. I later found out that there was 3 new weapons, no new gameplay mechanic, no ship parts, no followers, and that the expansion felt more like a lore explanation than an actual DLC. I also learned that the story only lasts about 4 hours if you only play the main quest line. Even if it was 20 hours long, I don't think $30 is worth that. You can buy Dave the Diver for $20 on Steam, get 50 hours out of that game, and still have $10 left over to go buy some food at McDonald's. Not only all that, but Emil freaking Pagulera has been praising this DLC with his toxic positivity. Emil is like kind of the person to in his hand, hold it up to your nose, and try to convince you that it smells really good. Oh, you're just not smelling it right. You just got to smell it right. And sorry that this video has kind of gotten a bit angry because it really breaks my heart to see this lazy ass content from Bethesda. I'm not sure what has happened to them, but it is not looking good for Elder Scrolls 6. I have been excited for a new Elder Scrolls game since November 12th, 2011. That is the day after Skyrim came out. I thought to myself, oh my god, I cannot wait to see what the next one looks like. And I have not thought about that since I played Starfield. I'm not even excited anymore. Like, I'm still keeping up with the news or, like, you know, whatever. Like, I'm still, like, curious, but I'm not on the edge of my seat like, oh, this is going to be great. No, I don't think so, if I'm being honest. I think Bethesda's biggest mistake is not knowing what their fans actually want. They keep using this damn word, simulation. We don't want a simulation. We want a game. Do you know what that is? Have you ever heard of a video game that's entertaining and makes us feel like we've made a difference? We want choices to actually matter. We don't want our persuasion system to be based on RNG. Dude. I recently started a new Oblivion playthrough, and after completing one side quest in the Imperial City, you know that's the one where the store owner is selling clothes and jewelry from dead bodies? Yeah, that one. That shit entertained me, and dude, I'm not kidding. That quest, right? That one side quest entertained me more than any quest in Starfield combined. And I'm not even trying to be funny or edgy or over-exaggerated. I am being dead-ass serious. I cannot tell you one single quest that stood out to me in Starfield, except for that dumb shit where you go to that star yard and that lady, like, wants a drink and makes you go and give her a drink and that's it. Are you serious? Are we just, like, mentally retarded? Does Bethesda think that its fans are mentally retarded? Nothing in Starfield is unique. There's no unique quests like that one random quest I did in Oblivion. None of it matters. It feels like a checklist. And if you think that Starfield actually feels like a living universe, I have a challenge for you. Go stand in the club in Neon City and just watch for not even 5 minutes, 2 minutes. Go watch for 2 minutes in that freaking club in Neon City. That's what hell is like. Puppets dancing around, not talking, and just staring at you. It is weird, man. They saw that, and they said, that's good. We'll put that out. That's good. And that feeling you get when you're standing in the club and everybody's staring at you like half-ass like animation dances that look like they were pulled from the Unreal Store, that's exactly how I feel every time I think about playing Starfield. Emotionless, lazy, and lacking any indication of the word wonder or exploration. I am not sure what the future of Bethesda looks like, but if they don't make some serious changes, it's just not looking good, man. I'm not like, I don't, oh, dude, this is so hard for me to like make because like I've never been this angry at Bethesda. I just can't imagine anymore what their next Elder Scrolls or Fallout game is going to look like. It's like it's beyond the fog of my imagination at this point. Anyway, I hope you liked what I had to say. You know, let me know your thoughts on Starfield and that recent pile of poop they released called Shattered Space. And if you enjoy Bethesda-related news, please consider subscribing. I'm hoping to have more videos about these topics coming out. And probably an Emil Pagulera, however you say his last name, probably a rant video regarding the toxic positivity that he brings to gaming. But anyway, thank you.